South Africa is a beacon of hope and progress when it comes to the rights of the LGBTQIA+ community. These are all important aspects of our human rights culture, and we will not turn back from having this approach on the LGBTQIA+ community. I cite this progress we've made together in advancing towards the Sustainable Development Goals, not as a diversion, honorable members, from the realities and challenges of the day. We are very much alive to the challenges we still face in our country, and yet we must remind ourselves that South Africa is not in a hopeless situation, rather, that some in the opposition benches want us to believe and have sought to loudly assert with sound and fury during this debate. They were loud, they were at times disorderly, but we are not the hopeless case they try to paint. Now, South Africa is a country that has come a long way over the last 30 years. Let us never lose sight of that. Certainly, there have been setbacks and shortcomings, and I'm one of those who are first to admit that. But we have done much to recover from these and are now committed to move forward with greater speed and impact as the Government of National Unity. We have taken to heart the words of Honorable Zibi, that urgency is the currency of the times in which we now live. Yes, we have taken note of that. Our Government of National Unity is therefore determined to rapidly scale up the pace of our efforts to bring development and shared prosperity to our people by working together. And in this effort, as Minister Steenhuisen says, we need to be builders, not breakers or destroyers. We need to be weavers, not vultures. Those who share this vision of a better South Africa will find the doors of the Government of National Unity always open to cooperation and collaboration. It is expected of us all who have been entrusted with positions of leadership within the Government of National Unity and in this Parliament that we rise to the challenge to be builders and not breakers. We must be at the forefront of building a capable, ethical and developmental state, of growing an inclusive economy and reducing poverty. As the members of the Government of National Unity, we have agreed to a common minimum program that forms the basis of the work of this 7th administration. We agree with Minister De Lille that the needs and pain of our people know no political affiliation. The policies we pursue and the programs we implement are not the property of any political party. We will therefore, each of us, equally advance and promote the positions and decisions of the Government of National Unity. I have said to my colleagues in the executive that there should be no competition among the parties to the government of national unity to try to undo or outdo each other or to lay claim to the policies that we collectively adopt. When we speak of transforming our country, we cannot confine our actions to building roads, factories, and houses. We cannot bring about a better South Africa if we do not give attention to the moral fiber of our society. Crime, corruption, and substance abuse and all manner of ills continue to fray our social fabric and hold back our development as a nation. Across our nation, the disintegration of family has become a common feature. Some 60% of South African children don't live with their biological fathers, and women are often left to raise their children with no financial support from their fathers. The abuse of women and children, abuse of the elderly, and discrimination against persons with disabilities are a stain on our moral conscience as a nation. As we strengthen the capabilities of our law enforcement agencies to deal decisively with crimes against society's most vulnerable, we must intensify the work needed to prevent such crimes in the first place. Prevention begins in our homes, in our communities, in our places of learning, in our religious institutions, and importantly, also in the media. We have strayed from being a society that both cherishes and advances equal opportunity. The values of hard work, study, perseverance, steady progression, and entrepreneurship have been replaced by a get-rich-quick mindset. The corrosive lure of corruption has played no small part in this. As a government of national unity and in the upcoming national dialogue, we must come up with the measures that we need to take to promote greater respect for human dignity, Ubuntu, empathy, and compassion in our society.
Order, Mr. President.